You and that stupid blanket. You'll be carrying it around for the rest of your life.
Our squishy childhood best friends serve a real purpose. They're known as transitional objects, toys that bring us comfort as we develop.
It was a little blanket that I called Snuggly, and it was like super ratty, and my mum told me she lost it.
It's a little brown dog.
I've got like a little rabbit that I got from my best friend when I was 7.
His name is Meatball.
I lost it when I was like 12.
What was it?
It was a blanket, and I was actually heartbroken.
It's very normal. Even adults find them hard to let go of.
I am not kidding you when I tell you that my blankie is my most prized possession.
It's a stuffed animal, you know, it's for kids, not for adults. I know that.
They fill little hearts with joy. Losing one can be heartbreaking. When 3-year-old Eden was about to hop on a plane with her dad, that's exactly what happened.
This is Patch. So he has been Eden's best friend ever since she was born. And as we're going through security, Eden's like, "Oh, can I get Patchy?" And I open up the bag, and he is nowhere to be found. And then when we got back to New Zealand, it was pretty rough. Pretty much every single night that she would go to bed, she'd be like, "But where's Patchy?"
Patchy had been found back in LA. And after being turned away by customs, Eden's grandfather worked some magic and got Patchy on a flight back to New Zealand.
It was with great joy that Eden kind of came home from kindy one day, opened up the door, and saw Patch sitting on the couch watching TV.
Who is it? Is he here?
So what are parents supposed to do if it's not a happy ending?
I don't think anything could replace Blue Blankie.
Well, joining us now is child psychologist Emma Woodward. And Emma, what is the best thing to do when your child loses that one special toy?
Take a few deep breaths and promise yourself that you will sleep again. Try not to panic, I think, is the key thing, because if your kid's going to be really upset about that, they're going to be looking to you for helping them manage those big feelings. So yeah, try not to panic and know that you will get to sleep again sometime soon. They will get over it.
And so what does that look like, Emma? Like, okay, I'm calm, I'm not panicking, I'm being the parent in this situation, but where to from there? What do we say? How do we say goodbye to the lost toy?
Oh, no, it's totally up to you. And I think the really important thing is that we need to remember that the child's toy represents security and safety. But the ultimate place they're going to get that from is you as they're grown up. So there could be lots of different ways, because you're going to be the expert in your child anyway. There'll be lots of different ways. And you know that it might be a case of just validating their feelings, acknowledging that it's really sad that Teddy's missing or Teddy's gone, and that makes you feel really upset. Or it might be doing a little ceremony, a sort of saying goodbye and moving on and letting go of that.
Should I ever be concerned that my child is too attached to their blankie?
And I guess this is where it comes down to whose problem is it? Because if they're really attached to it and they get lots of comfort out of it, and it kind of is something that makes them feel safe and secure and helps them move through lots of difficult experiences and makes them feel like they've got some resilience, then there's no real harm in it. And I can promise you, if your child is very attached to their blankie at 5, they are not going to be taking it to high school when they're 15.
Yeah, just on that, super random, just curious for anyone who maybe hasn't let things go still in their 30s. I travel everywhere with my soft toy, Little Morgan, named after my sister's slightly larger toy called Morgan. Still, in my 30s, I travel with this teddy bear for safety and security. Is that going to be problematic for me? Should I?
Is it problematic for you? I think you're probably all right and you know how to use it appropriately. I think it's absolutely fine. We all like those little tokens that remind us of happier times and that we're safe and secure and we're loved. It's perfectly okay.
I think the problem for Kim is she's going to get mocked by the rest of us.
You said it's like,
you've got to be appropriate with it. Don't take it out for dinner.
Emma, I'm kind of going through the opposite problem with my children. I spent quite a long time making them wooden toys and they don't like them. Is there a way I can force an emotional attachment to these toys?
I think you're going to have to just unhook the idea of all of your effort having your preferred outcome and let them go with what they want. And you put them up on your shelf and you can look at your wooden toys and feel proud of your own accomplishment for you.
Even when you're giving us bad news, Emma, you give it to us beautifully. Always great to chat.
Oh, thanks for having me on.
Well, kia ora, welcome along to the project, everyone. Yes, Kim Crossman is here with us tonight. Bravely bearing her deepest secrets.
Yeah, where is little Morgan? Is he here right now?
Not here in studio, but he is at home. And for anyone concerned about my mental well-being, don't worry, I'm in regular therapy. Hug a teddy bear.
How's Nico doing with the little toys?
Oh, yeah. Well, look, a big shout-out to Marigold the Lion for helping my daughter get to sleep every night. I mean, Marigold rules, but it's not really what I wanted, if I'm honest. Like, I had this dream that my daughter would have my Mr. Bananas from when I was a child. Mum saved it. She brought it up especially after Nico was born. But Nico was very scared of Mr. Bananas. So scared that she cries and we had to put him in a cupboard. I don't know why. Like, what's scary about this?
Terrifying.
Absolutely nothing.
A prune for a head.
Hey, look, I forgot to tell you guys it can do this.
Oh, yeah.
That child is never sleeping again.
Well, we shouldn't be embarrassed about our security toys. I used to have a blankie called Fufu, and it was pink, and I kind of wore it down to about the size of a hanky, and then it just disappeared one day. And Fufu, if you're watching, I'm still here.
It's lovely.
Just lovely. Also...
Here, have Mr. Bananas.
It's not pink, it's not a blanket. It's a disgusting blanket. Yeah, no thanks.
I love that you failed to mention that while the child psychologist was on. Let me sink in the...
I didn't want to embarrass myself.